With the Lions falling 28-24 Sunday to the Minnesota Vikings, we don't have much to talk about. And I know this video is coming out late, but one, we lost. You guys have already heard everything, and I had to work a different shift than normal. So this video is going to be a little late. It's going to be a little quick. We're going to get right to it. Let's get into it, guys. Welcome to Detroit! Alright everybody, welcome back to the channel. As you already know, I'm Hat and Beard, and we're here to discuss the Lions' 28-24 loss to the Minnesota Vikings on Sunday. As I said in the intro, you know, anything I've got to say you guys have probably already heard. There isn't much I'm going to say. I know this video is a day late, and I appreciate you tuning in to watch it. Man, oh man, y'all some straight OGs on this one. Let's get right into it, guys. The number one thing that killed us was penalties. We were one of the least penalized teams in the league coming into this, and dude, there was just laundry all over the field. All over the field. There was bad offensive penalties, a few nonsensical, holds. There was, let's be honest, guys. Amani 2-4. Amani Aruwariye cost us the game, man. You kept getting flagged and flagged and flagged. Defensive pass interference, defensive holding. I do have a problem because I'm starting to think that maybe the NFL has shifted its view towards us. There was one play at the end of the game where Minnesota threw the ball to Adam Thielen, and Adam Thielen was screaming and crying for a flag, and Amani was so tired of being called for flags, he had his wrists bent out and his arms out away from the wide receiver, making a statement to the refs that you are not going to call me on this because you're not. I obviously. What do you want me to do? Stand out here with in my hand? Like, what do you want me to do, man? This was completely. The league has completely engineered the penalty system to allow the offense to just run rampant. What's the point of even having a defense on the field if you're not going to let these guys play the game, man? What's wrong with you? Why can't these? Oh no! You touched the wide receiver 4.5 yards downfield. We're going to call that defensive holding because wide receivers have to get open and they have to score points because even though defense wins championships and the lore of the NFL was built on strong, sturdy defenses like the Steel Curtain in Pittsburgh in the 70s, everybody loves Ray Lewis, defense wins championships. No, can't have that. We must make Patrick Mahomes the most important person in the NFL. Patrick Mahomes must be the golden boy. We need to make sure that all of the rules accommodate Patrick Mahomes' play style. The league has engineered this so that Patrick Mahomes can succeed, so that Patrick Mahomes will be the it boy. That's why they let him sign that 10-year contract, because Patrick Mahomes is our little boy. Better engineer all of the rules to accommodate him, so now there's no point in playing defense. Why do you even have a defense? Why don't we just televise offenses? How's this? Start each offense on their own 5-yard line, have two fields, and have them race. See who can get to the end zone faster with no defenses. Because what's the point of having a defense if you're not going to let them play the game? Jeff Okudah did great, though. Jeff Okudah, one of the few bright spots of our defense this last weekend. We were really worried about Jeff Okudah being, who are they going to line him up on? Are they going to put him on Adam Thielen and let Amani 2-4 try and block or stop Justin Jefferson? Because, the worst part about Amani eating a bag of sand like that is that, dude, he was a Pro Bowl caliber corner last year. I spent the offseason hyping you up to people, man. And you came out and you just looked bad, dude. You just looked so bad. I'm very glad that our coaching staff decided to put Jeff Okudah and really roll the dice with him, uncovering Justin Jefferson. That's a big ask. I've stated before, I think Justin Jefferson is probably the best wide receiver in the league. And Jeff Okudah shut him down. That's a huge win for our defense. I'm not going to start delving into the moral victories because I have too much expectations for this team. So we're not going to be, hey, great job, moral victory, all right, Jeff Okudah. No, it was a bright spot. I'm going to give you a kudos where it's needed, Jeff Okudah. That's about it. There was no, let me check my notes. Yeah, there was nothing, no other bright spot, man. We got next to no pressure. How many times did you hear Hutch's name get called? How many times did you hear Charles Harris's name get called? How often were we in the backfield? We weren't, because Kevin OConnell is an offensive-minded coach, which is what you need to do. As you can see in Dallas, when you pair a quarterback up with a defensive-minded coach, or in Chicago, a young quarterback with a defensive-minded coach, This league isn't designed for defenses. You need They should just put offensive coordinators in defensive coordinators' roles and just have them call the plays, because what's the point, man, if you're not going to let them play defense, dude? Our defense was stagnant. Our defense got taken advantage of. There's two weaknesses to our defense, and that's a mobile quarterback because they can get out of the pocket quick, or it's a quick release quarterback. So Kirk Cousins taking 3-step drops. How often did you see Kirk Cousins drop back and hold the ball for 4 or 5 seconds? Not very often. He was firing it out quick because our corners were dinged up. Amari Arouarier sucks. Our defensive line couldn't get any push, and they have a bad offensive line, man. The Vikings do not have that great of an offensive line. Why we weren't able to get more pressure, I don't know. I think maybe, I don't know, man. I have no answers. I can't sit here and say I think, because I don't know. I don't know what happened other than the refs screwed us on Amani Arouarier, and the league is designed to put points on the board. What's the point of having a defense? Dalvin Cook was destroying us just like I said he was gonna, and then, hey, there was a glimmer of hope. You don't wish ill will on anybody. You don't wish ill will. You don't go out there and root for men to get hurt playing the game. But there was a glimmer of hope when Dalvin Cook got dinged up and left the game, and some people were like, hey, there's a chance. Justin Jefferson's been locked down, and Dalvin Cook's hurt. So now there's a chance with their backup running back. And if you guys remember, in my last video, I talked about how Alexander Mattison is a more than capable backup who will be a starting running back in the league elsewhere when his contract's up. When Alexander Mattison's contract's up, if he wants that bag and doesn't want to keep playing Robin to Dalvin Cook's Batman, even though he gets plenty of opportunities, because as I stated again in my previous video, Dalvin Cook has an injury. I don't want to say an injury-prone problem. He just gets dinged up because he's a very physical runner. He tries to run like Derrick Henry, but he's not Derrick Henry. He's Dalvin Cook. Their running styles are similar, yet different. So Alexander Mattison gets plenty of opportunities as Robin to Batman, but maybe he wants to go to Bloodhaven and become Nightwing. Maybe he's tired of being Dick Grayson over here in Gotham. Maybe he wants to go be, his own man somewhere. Maybe Seattle wants him or something. Maybe I bet he ends up going to San Francisco since they can't seem to keep running backs healthy, and he likes to play behind injured running backs. So, Dalvin Cook got hurt, went out, and then Alexander Mattison came in and absolutely just picked up where Dalvin Cook left off and proceeded to shred us, because I told you he was capable of doing that, and he did it. Our defense looked like crap because, again, the league doesn't want defenses to play the game. Finally, the last thing I'm going to talk about on defense, at least in this review video, is our starting safety, the captain of the defense. We gave him a $30 million extension in the offseason. Tracy Walker got ejected from the first game, was having a hell of a game, had a great game. Week 2 against the Washington Commies. He makes all the calls on the defense. He's essentially the coach on the field. Y'all seen him leave the game hurt? Well, don't worry. Tracy Walker's done for the whole season. He's done. He's put on IR. He's done. He's over. His season's done. No more Tracy Walker. Our defense went from awful to somehow even worse. We were the worst defense in the league, and now we are somehow going to get even worse because Juju Hughes, when the pressure is on Juju Hughes can play quarters 1 to 3, no problem. But when the pressure's on Juju Hughes in the fourth quarter, he busts, dude. He busts. He busted week 1 on a blitz where he couldn't break down and tackle Jalen Hurts, and I've talked about this numerous times. I hope this is the last time that I talk about this, but he busted on Jalen Hurts week 1, and then he busted on coverage on KJ Osborne week 3 against Minnesota and cost us the game because Juju Hughes is more of a special teams player. So I need Allen Park to come out and tell me. I need the information coming out of Allen Park real soon to be real crisp and real clean. What is the plan? Because Ifedi Melifonwu should be coming off the PUP list. He's not going to be game ready for at least 3 weeks. Okay, so let's just shelve Ifedi Melifonwu and know that we're not going to get anything out of us. That leaves us 3 safeties. That leaves us Deshaun Elliott, who's been playing lights out. I'm very happy with Deshaun Elliott's play. He's thumping dudes. He's a great run defender. He's actually pretty decent in pass coverage. That's a great free agent acquisition, and he's making the most out of his 1-year prove-it deal, just like DJ Shark got. Again, I don't know if DJ Shark's making the most out of his 1-year opportunity, but Deshaun Elliott is. So we got Deshaun Elliott, who's one of our starting safeties. Maybe he takes over making play calls. Maybe it kicks back to Mike Backer, and you let Alex Anzalone who led the team in tackles. He led the team in tackles this game with 9. It wasn't a DB. It was a linebacker, so that's kind of a bright spot. But Deshaun Elliott, then we're probably going to start Juju Hughes, and you got Kirby Joseph. So what's the plan here? What's the plan here? So far, we've been sticking in Juju Hughes to replace Tracy Walker the week 1 when he got ejected, and then week 3 when he left with an injury. So the projection is that Juju Hughes will end up taking over for the duration of the season. My question is, where is Kirby Joseph, and what is the situation with Kirby Joseph? Because we played him a lot in the preseason. I was very hard on him week 1 in the preseason, but then come the end of the preseason, I was praising Kirby Joseph because we've seen a tremendous amount of development. If he's a young I don't want to say up and coming, but a young, capable safety, give him the opportunity because I think he's better than Juju Hughes in my opinion. But again, what do I know? I am just a YouTuber who makes videos about the Lions, not a coach, even though I called for the Lions to keep Riley Patterson and cut Austin Siebert. And if you look at the box score, hang on, let me check my notes real quick here. What was the end score? 28-24. Let me count that. 28-24, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28. That's 4 points. Austin Siebert missed 2 field goals. That's 6 points. You know who didn't miss any field goals in their big 38-10 win on the road in Los Angeles? Riley Patterson! Our defense on the back end, though, we need help, guys. We need help. We need help. So drop a comment down below. Do you think the Lions are going to roll with what we have on the back end? Because we are averaging, giving up 31 points a game. We're the worst defense in the league. We were going in the league with a good pressure rate, but we got no pressure on Kirk Cousins. And obviously our secondary needs help. I think is Amani Oruwariye washed, or was this just a really bad game? Everybody has bad games, man. Everybody has bad games. So I'm going to give the 6-7 interception guy last year the benefit of the doubt. I'm going to hope that he can turn it around. But if not, I mean, we really need to realize our safety situation is bad news bears, man. Right now, it's not that big of a deal. But when you get into the meat and potatoes of the season, when we're week 8, 9, 10, and you're trying to piecemeal your safeties together with 3, 1 a rookie, you're in hot water. So should we look to the free agent market? Should we look to make a trade? Should we bring in someone to help on the back end to help elevate our defense? Because something's not right. Something's not right with our back 7. Something's not right with Aiden Hutchinson. Something's not right with our linebackers. Something's not right with our front 7. Something ain't right with our defense. Something ain't right. Something needs to be figured out. AG can do it, man, but something ain't right. I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't know. What do you guys think? Drop a comment down below. Turning our attention briefly to the offensive side of the ball, it wasn't not great, not terrible. 24 points projected. I mean, we could have had 30 points against 6 points. That's 2 missed field goals would have won us the game. Austin Siebert. I said in one of my earlier videos, I believe it was the week 1 preseason review, that you suck, dude. That you are trash, and I don't want you on this team. I don't know why they kept you. They should have signed Riley Patterson to the 53-man roster. Austin Siebert, garbage. Don't trust kickers that wear number 19. Don't trust kickers that wear double-digit numbers, man. Kickers wear single-digit numbers. Riley Patterson's wearing 19. Kenny Golladay cursed number 19 on his way out the door, dude. So Austin Siebert, trash. Should have kept Riley Patterson. That's really going to bug me for weeks now, dude. I was sitting here, man, and I was just like so mad. I was looking at Hat and Boobs, and I was just like, Austin Siebert, huh? They kept Austin Siebert instead of Riley Patterson. And then after our game was over, and we lost by 4, and Austin Siebert missed 2 field goals worthy of 6 points, which would have won us the game. And I started watching the box score and the stats coming out of the LA game, and oh wow, what do you know? Riley Patterson's hitting field goals. Riley Patterson hit all his field goals. Hot dog. Well, yeah, why keep a good kicker when you can keep Austin Siebert? Why? Why keep a good kicker when you can keep Austin Siebert and play in a league that doesn't allow defense? Hey, all right, maybe Ben Johnson can call up Kevin O'Connell, and be like, hey, man, how is it that you are able to take advantage of the Patrick Mahomes style of NFL rules, and how can I get my receivers to get more bullshit calls like you were getting all day long, man? I'd really appreciate it, because we're trying to play football, the way you're supposed to play football, like a grown-ass man, and everyone else is playing football like Patrick Mahomes, like a little bitch. Let's just run through it, though, real quick here, guys. Bad news bears coming out. Clearly, Amon-Ra St. Brown, something's dinged up with him, and that's the other thing that's really bugging me is, Amon-Ra, dude, you lost the record. The coaching staff called a bad game. They called a bad game. Why Amon-Ra didn't have 6 catches in the first half when you knew the record was... Amon-Ra was 2 catches away. He was dinged up, and he ran off the field doing like this. I need 2 more. And clearly, he was still okay enough to play. Why you didn't just dink him down 2 quick passes? Let the boy get the record, man. We needed that for a morale boost. And we also lost the consecutive quarter scored with points scored record because we couldn't put any points on the board, man. So there's 2 big blows to our offense. Furthermore, it's even more blowing that St. Brown is clearly, something's wrong with his ankle. He's clearly dinged up. And then our other star, DeAndre Swift, tried to give it a go. He was effective, but man, I think you just got to shut it down, man. Look, clearly we're not the team that we thought we were going to be. Clearly we can't go out there and compete with teams that aren't even elite, but upper middle tier teams, man. Look, you look at what Philadelphia did to Washington. That win does not look very impressive now, man. Our win over Washington looks like, well, yeah, everybody's going to beat Washington. They're the new Lions or the new Jaguars, which, you know, I look like a fool for talking all that smack about Jacksonville. Doug Peterson's going to win Coach of the Year. And, like, maybe you just shut Swifty down for a couple weeks, man. Let him practice, but you just scratch him from the 53 active roster on game day, man. Something's clearly wrong with his ankle, dude. It was evident in the touchdown catch against Washington. If you look at the way DeAndre Swift was running, he was running real flat-footed, like trying to not put a lot of impact on his actual ankle joint, but absorb it through his foot more. And in this game, he kept coming in and coming out. Yeah, he had a few more touches than last game, but something's not right with DeAndre Swift. And if you want him to be effective, get him back up to full health. Just keep pounding the rock with Jay Willie, man, because Jay Willie is good enough to hold the fort down for a week while you let Swifty get shifty and be healthy. Roll with Craig Reynolds, develop a game plan. We got Seattle coming in this week. So Seattle is a team that we can get, man. Maybe let Swifty take a little breather. Maybe let Jay Willie pound the rock, dude. Turn around and utilize Craig Reynolds. There's a reason you kept him. You've already elevated Justin Jackson from the 53-man roster, or to the 53-man roster off the practice squad to return kicks. We know he's a very effective running back when given the opportunity, when he's got the ball in space. He can fill in for DeAndre Swift because their skill set, not their athleticism, but their skill set is very similar. Hockenson got involved early. He had that early touchdown, but then they kind of faded from him. I was glad to see Hawk got involved. I talked in my last video how TJ Hockenson we need to build his confidence back up if we expect him to be worth a crap, if we want to keep him around at all and really live up to that number 8 overall pick. I thought we were developing decent plays for Hawk to get some touches, build his confidence back up, get out of his own head. That was nice to see. Again, I'm not going to hang my hat on these moral victories anymore because Dan Campbell's now coached 32. Yeah, I think when you count back to Miami where he's interim, he's coached 32 NFL games. So there's the learning curve is starting to get flattened out with you, bro. You need to kind of figure it out. MCDC, Motor City Dan Campbell, Guns Mahoney, Roll the Dice Dan, bro, figure it out, man. I don't know what's going on, man, but now I'm really starting to question our coaching staff, and I don't like questioning our coaching staff. And finally, the last thing that I had written down that I want to talk about, I've talked about a couple of times already. There's two things that I really want to talk about. One, defense. What's the point of having a defense in today's NFL? It's completely pointless. Roger Goodell has tailored the NFL rules to benefit Patty Mahomes because Patty Mahomes is his little golden boy. I'm sure Roger Goodell has a little compartment under his desk that's like Patrick Mahomes' apartment, and whenever Roger Goodell needs a old quick polish job, he just taps on the door. He says, "Come on out, Patty. Come on over." And Patrick Mahomes is like, "Ooh, what do you need, Daddy? Can you make sure that I throw 50 touchdowns every year by making sure that defensive holding gets called on 90% of plays? In fact, Daddy, could you just maybe do away with defenses entirely? What's the point of having a defense? I'm Patty Mahomes." And the second thing that I'm really mad about is clearly I'm furious about Austin Siebert, man. I'm furious. Riley Patterson came in and did a remarkable job as a rookie last year in replacement of a injured Austin Siebert. Austin Siebert is fucking retarded, dude. He's worthless. He's a giant piece of shit. Fuck Austin Siebert, man. Cut his ass. Bring in some fucking soccer player, man. Why did you keep Austin Siebert? That was the dumbest fucking decision I've ever seen. Riley Patterson was a better kicker last year. He was a better kicker in the preseason. He's going to finish as a better kicker in the regular season, kicking for fucking Jacksonville, man. Great fucking job, guys. Great fucking job. Anyway, that's going to do it for me. I'm Hat and Beard. Make sure you hit like and subscribe on your way out the door, and we'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace.